What's up there, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for joining for another Road to Regionals. Today we're attempting to climb the online rankings, trying to become a better competitive battler and commentator as I go along. Now I'm going to be using the same team we've been using yesterday. Yesterday we faced some very interesting teams. Well, the second team was a pretty standard team, double primal team from Japan, and we should definitely won that one. I misplayed that game, and I'm not going to make the same mistake, hopefully, in this episode. And we played a level 1 Aaron, which I should have beat as well, so this is going to be like a redemption episode, which I'm hoping. So we're going to jump right on the ladder. We're probably going to be 8 and 4. We're going to be mid 1500s right here. I really haven't played many games on the Battle Spot ladder, on this cartridge at least. And we're going to be using the same team, the team that I brought to Virginia Regionals. Another player from Japan right here, because it is pretty late in the United States right now, at least on the East Coast. And he's going to have a team of... Yet again, we have a Smeargle, but this is a very different Smeargle team because it's not the Big Six, it is a Ray Ogre Core with the Mawile, and one of these teams had actually made it, barring the Smeargle, to the top 8 in Virginia Regionals. It had a Crobat, it had a Cresselia, it had every single Pokemon on the team that he has, barring the Smeargle right there. I forget what Pokemon that it did have, but Smeargle is a pretty good option right here. This actually could hint at the fact that it is a slower Smeargle, so that, you know, you set up the Trick Room, and then I'm trying to take a picture of the team. Set up your Trick Room, and then you can outspeed under the Trick Room with the Smeargle. You can also set up a Tailwind, outspeed with the Smeargle as well, unless, you know, there's matching Tailwinds. I don't know what he actually wants to lead with. I really don't know. He may want to lead with the Mawile, because I do have the Kangaskhan. It's the only Mega option on my team, and I honestly, he probably, okay, he's going to lead Mawile. Okay, I lead Kangaskhan. Get intimidated on me. You know, you wall me pretty well, and then I don't really want to lead Groudon because he obviously could switch into Kyogre. So I mean, it's pretty good for him. And then I lead my Palkia. It's really threatening if he leads the Mawile. So honestly, who would I would like to lead with right here? Maybe the Cresselia and Ferrothorn. Does that make any sense? But I honestly think I'm gonna have to lead Talonflame and my Kangaskhan right here. You know, I'm gonna lead this. Kangaskhan in the back. And do I bring the Ferrothorn? Yeah, I'm gonna bring the Ferrothorn. Looks like we're not gonna bring the Ferrothorn, because, again, I talk way too much. I really have to focus on, like, just picking Pokemon. I honestly just want to talk about the other team, what they can offer, what they can lead, kind of Pokemon that they can bring, and I just honestly don't, you know, focus on what I want to bring. So I'm probably going to have the Kangaskhan and the Cresselia in the back. The only reason why I'm leading the Cresselia, I wasn't anticipating this lead, and this kind of works out in my favor because I'm going to get the weather up last, considering I am min speed. Yeah, I wasn't anticipating this one bit. Because honestly, what I could do now is I can either double down into the Crobat for an Eruption and the Brave Bird, or I could Protect and Tailwind. Honestly, I led the Groudon and the Talonflame because I was going to switch the Groudon out into my Kangaskhan, anticipating a Protect from a Smeargle, and then I could fake out the next turn and Brave Bird the Smeargle after it had protected, and then it would be at the risk of a double Protect. But this was not a lead I was anticipating, which is kind of weird. He could actually Quick Guard and go for, say, like a Ice Beam, but then yet again, he really isn't doing as much damage as he would if he would... he has a Rayquaza in the back. He could definitely switch into Rayquaza right here, and then go for a Water Spout. Yeah, that's definitely what he's going to do. That's definitely what he's going to do. So, honestly, if he doesn't do that, he's going to Quick Guard and he's going to Ice Beam. There's really no reason for him to tell him, because he obviously outspeeds with his Kyogre. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a Brave Bird, and... do I Brave Bird Protect, or do I... I'm going to switch into my Cresselia, and then potentially get up the Trick Room. Yep, the Rayquaza is probably going to come in on that slot. Yep, the Rayquaza is going to come in on that slot. That was so that was so predictable. Let's see how much damage we do to this Kyogre right here. That was pretty... you know, that wasn't that bad of a lead, because I flaunt me staying in with, I guess, my Groudon and attacking, but I'm not that stupid. But this still will do a lot of damage. I did bring it down to health. It should take up my Talonflame. And if I went for an Orge Pulse, that probably will do more damage. But no, he goes for a Water Spout. Talonflame will go down right here, but it does minuscule damage to the Cresselia. He has no option for a taunt. Regardless, I have a Mental Herb, and I honestly could just bring in my Kangaskhan right here, not Mega Evolve. I can go for the Fake Out, and then go for a Trick Room, and then outspeed the I can outspeed the Rayquaza. Yeah, after the Trick Room. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna obviously, unless it's max speed and we speed tie, I should be able to outspeed the Kyogre. But honestly, I think the Kyogre protects. He doesn't want to get more damage onto it, or he could just double protect. But I get off a Trick Room, so some mind games going on right here. But regardless whether or not I actually Mega Evolve, I still should be able to take out the Rayquaza. So I'm more threatened by the Rayquaza, so I'm gonna go for a Fake Out, say Fake Out on a Rayquaza, and I honestly don't think I want to protect. I'm in a Trick Room, but let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and do it anyway for our Groudon in the back. So let's see how this wants to work itself out. He's gonna Mega Evolve. Kind of feel like he would Mega Evolve and then go for an attack opposed to a Protect. So let's see how this wants to work itself out. Obviously, he's going to Mega Evolve faster because Rayquaza is just faster than Kangaskhan, and Kangaskhan's going to evolve after him, Mega Evolve after him. I wanted the Mega Evolve to gain a bit more bulk on my Kangaskhan in case the Kyogre wants to go ahead and go for, like, say, an Orge Pulse, and it looks like he is going to double attack right here. So I'm going to get some good chip damage off into the Rayquaza, and then the next turn we'll be able to outspeed it, but then yet again the Kyogre will be able to outspeed our Kangaskhan under the Trick Room. So we could have just went for a Ice Beam into the Rayquaza. Yeah, I think the Ice Beam and a Rayquaza was the best option right there. But then, yet again, I could switch in to my Groudon right here. He won't be able to go for a Water type of attack, and then I'd be able to outspeed, but then, yet again, Eruption won't be doing too much unless he goes for a Water type attack. Honestly, he should go for... Yeah, I'm going to switch in my Groudon right here. I think that's my best option, because I think he goes for a... He could go for a target down into the Kangaskhan. He could Extreme Speed the Kangaskhan, in which won't do too much to the Groudon. And then I can Eruption. And then Gravity. Should I Gravity right now? I think I'm going to have to Gravity. In case I need a Precipice Blades. Yeah, I'm going to Gravity. Let's see if this works out for us. Because, if the Kyogre goes for a Water type attack, it won't work. If he goes for an Ice Beam, at least it won't take out a Groudon. We'll be able to press his blades, 100%, chance. And let's see if he goes for an Ice Beam and an Extreme Speed into the Groudon, GG. But he's going to protect with the Rayquaza, probably anticipating a Sucker Punch, which wouldn't really work if I went for the, if he went for the Extreme Speed. We're going to go for a Gravity right here. Let's see what the Kyogre goes for, if he goes for a Water type attack. No, he's just smartly good enough, going to go for an Ice Beam, probably into the Kangaskhan slot, which he does. He can't freeze me. Wow, that does a lot of damage. That definitely is 252 Kyogre, because, yet again, I am incredibly specially bulky. And I should be able to outspeed both of them, and I'm going to go ahead and go for a Precipice Blade, should knock out the Kyogre, and then an Ice Beam onto the Rayquaza, considering the fact that it just protected, so match was forfeited? I don't know. I don't get that one. Maybe he thought it was a physical variant, and I was going to take him out very easily, but I'm all special with no attack investment, so I had a chance to not even knock out his Rayquaza. I mean, if he had something to switch in the back, I don't know. Did I take a picture of his team? I don't know, but whatever. He forfeited, so I don't know. I don't know why he forfeited. He was up 3-2. I did set up the Gravity. I was, putting a lot of pressure on with Precipice Blades, but I don't think it was really necessary to quit. I mean, okay, so he had the Crobat in the back. That's right, he did have the Crobat in the back. So he had the Crobat in the back. If he switched in his Crobat, it was going to be most likely O-Code. I don't know. I don't have an attack investment, so I don't know whether or not it would O-Code, but it did a lot of damage and probably O-Code the Kyogre, so I don't know. He probably was like, screw this, I'm going to quit. But Philip is going to have a very interesting team because he's going to have a Breloom on it. All the other Pokemon you kind of see in VGC 2016, barring maybe like the Aegislash, it's not too common, and I honestly don't think he's going to bring the Breloom or the Aegislash. I honestly think he's going to bring the Kangaskhan, Groudon, Crobat, and the Xerneas. What he could do is he bring the Kangaskhan Xerneas in the front, fake out Geomancy, or he can bring the Crobat, the Kangaskhan in the front, fake out, and he could Tailwind, and I could honestly counter that. I can go for a Kangaskhan lead, not Mega Evolve, fake out his Xerneas if he wants to go ahead and set up a Geomancy. He has a pretty speedy team barring the Aegislash, and if this is a fast Groudon, which it looks like it will be because he doesn't have any Trick Room options on his team, he does have the Tailwind option with his Crobat. So I kind of would like to go Trick Room. Yeah, I'd like to go Trick Room to counter his Tailwind. And, I just don't like Therathorn in any match because of all the Groudons that are running around. But I'm going to lead the Kangaskhan. I can go for Kangaskhan. Do I want to go Cresselia? I want to go Palkia. Do I want to go Palkia? No, I want to go Cresselia, I guess. And then I want to go. Yeah, I'm going to go Palkia in the back and then Groudon in the back. Yeah, I like that because I could still get an Earth Power off into his Groudon in case anything happens to my Groudon. I can still live a Moonblast if he doesn't get a Geomancy up. Let's see how this wants to work itself out. I would like to lead Cresselia right here. If he leads with this Crobat, go for a Trick Room. He can't taunt me. And he does lead with the Kangaskhan and the Crobat. He could go for a Fake Out into the Cresselia and then Tailwind. He really doesn't gain anything by doing that. He probably is going to Super Fang and... He probably will Super Fang Double Edge. Probably Super Fang Double Edge. There's many options right here. Or he could honestly go for a low kick Super Fang if he's jolly. Or you can go Super Fang, low kick into my Super Fang onto my Cresselia and low kick into my Kangaskhan. Plenty of options. This is a very, very diverse lead on Philip's part. I don't think I want to go ahead and Mega Evolve. I might want to go for the Fake Out into the Kangaskhan and then maybe Trick Room. I think that might be the best option, but if he wins the speed time, kind of screwed. But let's go ahead and do that. And then if he Mega Evolves, I'll be faster the following turn. If he is jolly, and then we're gonna Trick Room because if he taunts my Cresselia, I mean he could taunt my Cresselia. Okay, you know, good for him. And on Mental Herb, he might think, okay, you know, if he's Citrus Berry, I'm gonna get a free taunt off right here. I'm gonna get it. Okay, so I do win the speed tie. Unless he was like adamant or something like that. He does go for the taunt into the Cresselia, and we're going to set up a Trick Room right here. We'll be faster than both of the Pokemon right there, because even if he is adamant, he still will outspeed me. Alright, nice. All depends on what we want to go for this on our next turn. Now, do we want to go for like an Ice Beam into the Crobat, and then like a low kick into the Kangaskhan, because it's chipped, and it should do a considerable amount of damage, and fortunately I didn't take a picture of his team. But... I think the only Pokemon that he had on his team that would resist a low kick into the Kangaskhan slot would have been the Crobat, and it's out on the field right now. So I'm kind of free to Mega Evolve, low kick the Kangaskhan right now, and then... there's no there's really no reason for me to go for Gravity just yet. Skill Swap, no. I'm going to go for an Ice Beam into the Crobat. I honestly don't want to switch my Cresselia out right now in case he goes for a Super Fang into the Cresselia slot, because obviously the Ice Beam won't take the Crobat out, and I don't want to switch into my Groudon because Eruptions won't be doing as much. He's going to go for a Sucker Punch into the Cresselia. Wow, I was not anticipating that. Let's see if he does go for the Super Fang, because it won't KO my Cresselia. Cresselia will go for an Ice Beam, so I could have literally... Wow, that does more than I anticipated. Critical hit, okay. I will get a low kick off into the Kangaskhan, so the Kangaskhan should go down right here. Yup, it's going to go down easily. Maybe a Super Fang into the Kangaskhan? Let's see. Let's see what the Crobat wants to go for. He won't go for the Super Fang. If it's in the Cresselia, well, yeah. Maybe he forgot Trick Room was up, because obviously the Kangaskhan will go... Well, no, it didn't really matter. He went for a Sucker Punch, so it's priority. So... I don't know right there, and I can freely go for a... Because he doesn't have any more Fake Out support on his team, I can freely go for a Gravity right here to set my Groudon up in the back, and then hopefully my Cresselia will go down right here. Yep. His Groudon will come in right here, and regardless if he's Min Speed or not, my Cresselia will still go for he will. Okay. Alright. What does his Crobat go for? What does his Crobat go for? What does the Groudon go for? Maybe an Eruption? Alright, so... What do I do? Okay, so what do I do here? I could honestly... I could Gravity, and maybe bring in Groudon, but if he Super Fangs any Eruptions, my Kangaskhan goes down. Or maybe he just taunts Cresselia again. I think he... I don't want to... Let's go into Groudon because the time is counting down right here, and then go for a Skill Swap into our Groudon, so that, you know, we don't set up Gravity so he can't hit our Groudon when we put Levitate onto it, because obviously the Cresselia will be the fastest Mon that is going to go ahead and attack right here. And interesting to see what the Crobat will go for. Obviously, the Ice Beam won't KO it because I got a crit the previous turn. Let's see what happens right here. Obviously, I'm going to skill swap Levitate onto my Groudon, and his Groudon will have the sun up. He goes for a Precipice Blades, which is perfect. I was honestly hoping he wouldn't go for like an Eruption. So my Cresselia will go down right here. Only thing is, if he went for a Super Fang, it will now go into the Groudon. He shouldn't have went for a Super Fang. Oh, he goes for a Taunt! Okay, that's perfect, because now I can go for an Eruption. Yep, that is absolutely perfect. And I honestly can get my Kangaskhan in here for free, but I'd like to go into my Palkia, 4 times resist the fire type attacks from the Groudon, and easily take out the Crobat if my Spatial Wind wants to connect. And it doesn't really matter at this point, because I could just Eruption, and Crobat really doesn't have any type of attacks, you know, like Protect or Detect, and I don't even know if it gets Detect. So I'm free to go for a Eruption right here. Eruption will take out the Crobat, and I can honestly just Earth Power the Groudon. So we have basically put ourselves in a better position right here, and if he is a speedier Groudon, we are looking pretty good because our Palkia is min speed modest. So if he's min speed, he will go obviously faster than our modest min speed Palkia, but the Crobat is definitely going down right here. And we're going to do a considerable amount to that Groudon, so that's leading me to believe that it is actually a speedier variant and our Palkia should go faster, and it actually does. So, perfect, perfect, perfect. Kind of odd as to why he wouldn't protect his Groudon right there. The crit did not matter. Because he could have just honestly stalled out another turn of Trick Room right there and potentially switched out his Groudon on the following turn, letting his Crobat go down so he can get a free switch into whatever he wants. But then he just let both of his Pokemon go down, and honestly, he has to protect right here with his Xerneas. Because then I could just go for an Eruption. Because what he could have done was protect Groudon, stall 1 turn of Trick Room out right there, and then he could have let his Crobat go down, and then he gets his Xerneas in for free. Because right now I could just Eruption, and I can go for, I don't know, the freaking Earthquake. I really don't care if he, you know, Moonblasts my Palkia. It's not going to take it out. So let's see how much this does. And it does plenty of damage, and the Earth Power will go ahead and take the Xerneas out. So cool. We did get some really good redemption, getting 2 crits with our Palkia right there. This is a really quick episode, but that's going to be it for this episode right here. Putting that level 1 Aaron and those dual primal matches behind us right there in this episode. Picking up two really good wins. Honestly, don't know why my first opponent quit. He definitely had a good chance at winning the game. We put ourselves in a very good position, and we put ourselves in a very good position in the second game, putting up the Trick Room. And yeah, I mean, going for the fake out into the Kangaskhan definitely, you know, let us get up the Trick Room right there in case he wants to go for, like, you know, a double edge into the Cresselia. I don't know, but it looks like we were going to get the Trick Room up in the second game, and I definitely want us to game right there. My opponent definitely could have played a bit better right there, definitely protecting his Groudon, letting his Xerneas come in the following turn, and then maybe like go for a double protect, stall at the Tailwind. I'm gonna the Trick Room, but that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So please take care, and I'll catch you a little bit later. Bye.